I got a 0 on a project proposal in my class because I used the term biological women, which is apparently not allowed anymore. She even said it was a good project proposal, but I got a 0 because I used this term and it's exclusionary and not allowed anymore, so. And I 100% know that this is like the most biased grade ever because my project is about transgenders competing in biological women's sports. How am I supposed to do my final project if I can't use the word biological women? But that's what my project is about.
You cannot talk about transgenders competing in, or boys competing in girls' sports. You can't talk about that and get graded, Katie.
No, you cannot. That is not allowed. So if you would put biological women, if you would mention the term, that would confuse everyone because they are confused. So we can't confuse anyone. So we're just not going to do it.
Women's gender studies and pop culture. I'm still stuck on that.
Why is she in this class?
Course.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. She's also a chemistry major. So clearly she has no right to talk about biology.
Well,
I mean,
when asked to pick a topic for the project, the theme of feminism came up. The 20-year-old Olivia chose to look at how rights and opportunities for female athletes have changed throughout history.
She wants to look at history. Hey.
Yeah, history. By the way, I'm going to toss this over to you. Where are the true decades and decades of feminists on this issue? I mean, even Caitlyn Jenner himself, Jenner himself has said it is not fair for boys to be competing against girls. Katie, where are the feminists?
They're between a rock and a hard place. They don't know where to be right now. Right now is where this is their moment.
They're worried about the mob?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're saying a paper in a college class that only this professor is going to read, you and the professor, just the fact that it's written and no one else has read it besides 2 people is going to offend the entire trans community?
Apparently, because in our syllabus it says I'm allowed to share my opinions as long as they don't cause harm to my classmates. But no one in my class was going to be reading my paper unless she was going to share it without my permission.
Are trans women or trans men actually offended by the phrase biological women?
Apparently so, and I did not know that.
Yeah, I don't think they are, and I'm just going to go out on a limb and speak for all trans men and women and say you're not offended by that phrase. Have you noticed this professor pushing ideology on the rest of the class?
Not that I've noticed. It's an online class, so I haven't noticed this, but I have had a situation previously in a class. In a discussion, I had said that it's not okay to generalize and say that all white men are privileged, and she came back and said that it is important to recognize that fact. I spoke with someone in like the gender equity group at the school, and we pretty much discussed that I would do my project with the original proposal, and I just submitted it a few days ago with my original idea.
Oh, so you're saying the Gender Equity Council said even this professor's too cuckoo? And okay, good.
Okay, good.
Katie, did you notice that Olivia pushed the envelope? She was wearing a cross around her neck.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh.
Even further offending. I don't know. Just... You know,
I love how this story it keeps getting better because, by the way, it's an online course. It is not going to offend anyone but that professor. And the fact that it did say in the original message about how, was this graded anonymously? Nope. We know who graded this. We know how her feelings are and how she is the one who is this fake feminist, saying that you need to push all this nonsense onto innocent college kids who are just trying to get a decent grade in a class that I'm guessing she was forced to take because you have to check all the boxes and jump through the hoops of these courses at colleges. So being a chemistry major, I doubt she really wanted to take women's gender studies in pop culture.